Well, hello, I'm KY4BDP Brian,
And this is Chris, KY4CKP.
and we just wanted to come to you on this Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, to do a video on being thankful for ham radio.
That's right, here on so-called Black Friday or Ham Radio Friday for some of us. Yeah, we just wanted to think about all the things that we've been thankful for this year, and it's been a pretty good year, I think, in most ways. There's things that we don't want to mention, but it's been a pretty good year for us, and we've had a lot of good club activities, and went to a couple of ham fests. So, what's been one of your favorite things you're thankful for this year?
You know, one of the things I'm incredibly thankful for, and we say this periodically, is to have such a strong club to be affiliated with. Our club, we try to do as many activities as possible throughout the year, and not all of our members are going to do all of the activities, but if they can pick out one or two in a given year, that we're really happy with that. And I'm thankful that we do both field days. We did the smoke and pota this last time. We do a summer dinner or a summer picnic or whatever you want to call it, fish fry. We're going to have our Christmas dinner coming up next week. Our club is always trying to do something new, and activities are what help grow a club, and we're fortunate, we're very thankful, both Chris and I, to that the club has adopted he and I, and allows us to do the videos, and sometimes, like Chris said, there's things we don't want to mention, but the vast majority of things, we have a great time, and I'm really thankful for our club president and his wife and the other members that get out there and make things happen.
Yeah, that's true. Again, we get together and we try to document quite a bit of this through our videos. We document a fair amount of what we do on our work days, our special work days, our projects we work on, and then some of the personal things that we do. I'm very thankful for my wife. She's very supportive of my too many hobbies, basically, and ham radio is just another one of those. But instead of being a football widow or something like that, she's a little bit of a ham radio widow sometimes. But it's okay. But she's supportive of that, and as we do some off-roading events and things, she actually gets on the radio with GMRS, which is what's typically used in those arenas. So even she does get on the radio and inform a little bit. But it's always good to have your family supporting you with whatever your hobby is, and of course for us it's ham radio.
Right, exactly right. And other things that he and I are thankful for this year include just all the great comments we get on the channel. So many of you are very supportive, and you might not have a club in your area, but you seem to enjoy watching what our club gets into and what Chris and I sometimes get into and what some of our other members get into. We have a lot of plans for next year as far as additional ham fests and things of that nature. And we're working on some things behind the scenes for Hamvention, so hopefully we'll have more news on that later on next year, and which we're excited about. And we still want to continue to bring you some product reviews. As Chris did a video on not too long ago, we do receive products from time to time. We've got a couple in the queue that we haven't gotten to yet that we need to knock out, and hopefully those will be beneficial. I just did the Wuxan not too long ago. That's a 4-band that does 6 meters, and that was an interesting radio to be able to do 6 meters on an HT. And typically you don't really care for 6 meters on an HT, but if you've got a repeater in your area like we do, we have our own repeater as a club, it's nice to have that HT that can do 6 meters. But other types of products as well, we would like to do some reviews. We're always going to be a club channel, though. We want to show you the activities that we get involved in. We've got the gravel rally coming up next April. That this will be our 3rd time working on that. You guys have hopefully been watching the crossband repeater series. We're going to be deploying those as a part of that, some antenna combinations for that we're going to get into in some of our videos.
Right, and we do want to kind of stress, we are very appreciative of all of our supporters, all of our subscribers for the videos, making the comments, giving the thumbs up and everything. We do this because we're doing this stuff anyway,
Right.
and we figure we might as well record it and show it to folks to try to help inspire people and other clubs, and to types of activities you can do and can get into.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's, we've heard from folks that it has in fact inspired them. So that's always really great to hear, because that's one of our main goals with our videos, and being a club oriented channel. We want to support other clubs. We're always looking for opportunities to work with other clubs,
Mm-hmm.
with some of the events that we do. And so we've done some of that, and want to continue doing some of that. And then we want to inspire folks, just like we want to be inspired, and we want to work on what are hopefully fun projects. So, but we support all the support that you all are giving us, and watching the videos and subscribing and everything. That's, it's not what it's all about, but it's a part of it, and it does help us to know that people appreciate what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris and I would be helping the club with activities and things, whether we did videos or not. But the videos help in a small way contribute to the club, and it also, as Chris mentioned, is inspirational. And we get requests from time to time. Could you come and do this, or we'd like you to help us out with one of our activities. I went down and helped out. Didn't help. I was really just there to monitor a POTA presentation by Stones River and another club down that way in Macon, I think it was. And more club to club interaction is what Chris and I are all about. Yes, our club is our primary purpose, our primary focus, but getting other clubs involved with various activities is a great way to also grow interest in your club. And the more people you have in activities, the more it builds up in an excitement, and people want to be a part of that.
That's right, and like many of us, we're trying to do things and think of ways to help grow the hobby as a whole, because it makes it better for the hobby, but from a selfish perspective, it makes it better for us personally.
Mm-hmm.
Why would a company develop a new radio? Why would they develop a new antenna if there's not anybody who's active in a hobby?
Right.
Things are happening. But there is, I think, really a lot of good energy in amateur radio, and has been for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
It's still sort of the silent hobby in a way,
Yeah.
even though it's probably as big as it's ever been,
Mm-hmm.
in the since World War II and things like that. But it encourages companies to develop new and better products.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they have an outlet to have people review products and things, it helps their sales, and that helps them want to make new products. And so that's part of it too, is being able to enjoy the new technology, like the Wouxun that came out. It's
Mm-hmm.
not really expensive, but it not only does it have 220 on it,
Mm-hmm.
which you don't find on every radio, but it also had 6 meters. So again, a little
Right.
bit of an unusual combination, but kind of fun to have. And ICOM and all the big names, we want to encourage them to come out with new products. So we're thankful that the hobby is strong enough that we have the big ham fests every year, the different ones, and hamventions and things,
Mm-hmm.
and then new product development so that we can enjoy it.
I'm also thankful to the big aggregators for products, because they really help. They run specials all the time and helps people buy radios that are going to be fun. And not to mention any specifically, but there's some really good radios out there today. And when you look at so many of the SDRs, it's pretty cool. And then I'm also really thankful for the ARRL. Not to have a lobbying group, and no organization is perfect, but to have a lobbying group that is out there trying to protect our spectrum, make sure that we still have bands that we can use, that are not getting chipped away, because that always is happening. And also working with international organizations for the same kinds of goals. When Chris and I made our trip to Ireland, it was a relatively painless process to get to where we could operate in Ireland. And that's due to cooperation between a lot of the different groups, or the organizations have easy online processes for you to submit your paperwork and be able to have a temporary license in country. I'm thankful that those organizations exist, so that we can do amateur radio not only in our home countries, but potentially when we're on the road. And so I'm thankful for the ARRL, because without them, a lot of this hobby probably would have gotten gobbled up by commercial interest.
Yeah, and again, that's something, again, like Brian says, not every organization is perfect, but we want to work to make them better.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't put any effort into them, they won't get any better.
Right.
So we want to be thankful for what they do for us, and then just work to make them even better. into the future. So having a strong group in place is always a good starting point. So just make sure that you are active in the ARL and help to make it better, and it will be better.
And support them with your money. None of this is free. And the other thing I'm thankful for is I've got a brother that wants to do this sort of thing. To be quite honest, he got me in the hobby, not the other way around. But just to have somebody like my brother to be able to do videos with, have fun, and again, organize and develop new strategies for how we might bring you guys content. Having a friend, and especially in this case my brother, makes it much more enjoyable.
Yeah, and that kind of plays into the friends and family support. But yeah, if you do have somebody who's really close to you, whether it's a really good friend or a brother or sister or somebody, that's always good. Whatever you're trying to do, having somebody that you have a good time with and enjoy, and doing things by yourself is okay. And we do things on our own, of course. But yeah, anytime you've got somebody who's there with you and that kind of thing, and sometimes you just need an extra hand, but when they enjoy the same things that you're doing, that's good.
And the last thing we want to end on is, if you haven't this year, if you're a member of a club, go and thank the people that help run your club. If you're not in a club, thank the people that you're watching. Not as a self-aggrandizement kind of thing, but just let them know that you support them, even if it's just watching videos. You don't have to give money all the time, but thank the local Elmers in your community, your local Elmers in your club. If you're not a part of the club, but somebody's helped you get into the hobby and learn about the hobby, you need to thank those people. We have a lot of folks that are older, and they've gone a lot of years potentially with not a whole lot of support or people appreciating how much knowledge they have. Thank those people. Go find those people and thank them that they're helping you in today's hobby.
Yeah, and I would kind of just build off of that as a statement as well. If you are a person and you are active, and maybe you do run a ham-related YouTube channel, or you are one of the active people in your local clubs, I want to thank you, because you're also helping to promote the hobby. You're helping to provide information. We watch other YouTube channels. Somebody's got to put those out. So I want to thank you folks, because again, sometimes we're a bit of unsung hero, and we want to recognize that. So whatever club that you may work with, or again, if you're doing videos and things, again, I'd like to thank you all for helping the hobby as a whole.
Yep.
Just like we're trying to do with our efforts.
Absolutely. And that's really what we wanted to bring to you this day after Thanksgiving. We ate too much food yesterday.
Well, it was really good food though.
But it was really good. we had brisket, so we had a great Thanksgiving. We want to thank you guys again for supporting us and having a great time with us. Come with us into next year as well. We'll have a lot more to bring you, and want to again just super thank you guys for supporting the channel. And keep telling your friends. Keep telling your friends. Our goal is to get to 10,000. We got a goal, pretty hefty goal for next year. We'll see. But if you keep sharing us, maybe we'll hit the magic number. I'm KY4 BDP Brian.
I'm Chris, KY4CKP.
And for the Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association, we thank you all very much. Continue your support. Go tell somebody that's helped you in the hobby you thank them. 73.